So we are currently at Podcast Movement Evolutions at South by Southwest. It's a lovely day. And one of the things that I love the most about podcasting in general is that it creates spaces for people who otherwise would maybe never in this entire lifetime have a conversation with one another to be able to just like chop it up. So this conversation literally is the result of me going on Reddit and being like, hey, I'm gonna be at South by. Anybody want to be on a podcast? And the universe was like, these two people should come talk to you today. So that's what's happening. So first of all, thank you so much for like responding to a random internet person. I hope that wasn't super weird, but you're here, so I guess not. So I would love for the two of you actually to introduce yourselves and just tell us a little bit more about what it is that you do. So we can start with you, Brian.
All right. Thank you for having me. And I'd like to think we would have chatted anyway.
Okay, I hope so.
But we are here all together, and I am here because I guess at South by, because I am kind of looking for inspiration a little bit. I've been doing podcasts personally for a decade. I'm working currently in market research. And when I saw your post, I was like, our podcasts are similar. You're in market research. We got to talk. And that's how I ended up reaching out. And then, yeah, I know in the era of AI, there's a sense of displacement. And, you know, regardless of how much technology progresses, we still are all people and want to interact with people. So trying to figure out my place in that, as I imagine we all are.
That's real. That's real.
So for first, Austin is keep Austin weird, right? So this is not weird.
Here we
This
are.
is normal. So for first, my name is Joao. I'm from Lisbon, Portugal. I founded the Institute for Tomorrow in a getaway from the agency communication marketing world, because I felt that creativity was kind of stuck. And then I built this, and for like 8-9 years now, and I've been gathering crazy people around me that first they are clients, then become friends, then become partners, then become clients again. And we come here and every year to South by to be inspired, because I think it's fundamental to be where the conversation is happening. So if you want to tell your clients or tell your friends that, look, the future is that way, you gotta put it in the talk, in the conversation where it happens. And this is the place to be.
Very cool. I think it's interesting. Both of you specifically mentioned inspiration. You're here to get inspired. What does that mean for you? Are you here to just sort of learn about what people are talking about right now? Are you looking for anything in particular? Right now, I know a lot of people are just in positions where they're like, what is happening next? What should I do next? Where are industries going next? Is there anything in particular that you're most sort of like looking for while you're here?
I would say in particular, no, but I do feel like we all have access to inspiration on the internet. That what value is added by being at an event like South by Southwest is the amount of thinking and resources that go into who shows up. So there are people who are, maybe they're trying to sell something. I mean, everybody's trying to sell something, but they're, why they're trying to sell it, what themes they identify as worth, putting investment into. And it puts a little bit more perspective into, a little bit more curation into what you might want to invest in yourself.
The sense that I got since AI became part of our lives is nobody knows where we're heading.
Yeah.
So I used to come to South by, and you saw all those predictions about the future. So we're going that way. Come along. You don't see that anymore. Nobody risks, because in 2-3 months, the world changes like that. So nobody knows about the
How does that make you all feel? And this is our second South by, and I do remember last year there was a lot more of like, this is what you should be doing 3 to 5 years from now. What are your, well, it doesn't have to be your personal thoughts about AI, but like what, as a tool in your life right now, in your workflow, how are you sort of feeling about where we are right now?
I mean, it's here. Like I personally want to resist it. Like I want to say, oh, I don't need this. But every time I use it, I think, oh, wow, damn, that's pretty good. But I also recognize that I lose out on the craftsmanship if I rely on it too much. So it helps plug some gaps to get me better at things that I'm not good at. For things that I know really well, there's like a sense of not frustration. It's like I spent so much time learning how to do this, and now anybody can do it. But I think, as you were saying, it's just nobody really knows where we're going. I sense that it, like, more than other hype bubbles, this is a real thing. I sense other people feel that as well. Like you don't have everybody walking around like with their chests puffed out. Like there's a sense of humility that we all have.
For sure.
And we are just going along with it and trying to learn it, trying not to let it replace us, but trying to work with it at the same time.
Yeah, I think I fully agree with you. Humbleness, I think, should be the word that defines the moment that let's see where we're going. Because in 3 months, like we were building a tool just to our clients could read the insights in a faster and deeper way. But we weren't quick enough to put it on in the market, so we just stopped it. It's like that. We gotta think fast. We gotta react. It's not a failure. It's a learning process. But in the otherwise, I just discovered that I had the ADHD like last year.
Hey,
all my friends had it, so they knew that I had it. So
how did you discover this?
Because I went to the doctor with my kids, and I said, "Oh, I got that." So he said, "Take a pill and see what happens," and that. But back into AI in our conversation. I'm learning that actually AI can be a really helpful, like mastering some skills that for example, I was in a meeting, trying to take notes about the meeting, not to forget. I don't do that anymore. I use AI to get the notes, and I'm in the meeting, trying to get creative, trying to fulfill, be empathic. I know the notes are there. So, and for my kids, for example, in school, we are learning to use AI, how to get in the process, in the daily process. So it's just a failure learning process, but I think it's a good thing in the end.
So that's definitely something that we're interested in learning more about from folks this year. Like you said, you experimented with something, failure learning process. We're here trying to figure out what's happening, getting inspired. Is there anything in particular for both of you this year that you're like, maybe this is the year that I need to try doing this thing, or maybe this year I should finally start learning about whatever this is? Like any experiments that you are sort of planning or looking forward to for this year? And we'll start with you this time, Joao.
Nah,
Oh, okay. We're gonna start with you then. Okay.
Oh yeah, lucky me.
We'll keep it the same.
I would say this year I'm more in a ongoing experiment. So I mentioned that I've done podcasts for a while. I had a college radio show. My co-host and I started a podcast after that. Following that, I started a show called How Cool Is This?, which is why I saw your pretty cool. I know, and you have a pretty cool news, and we were doing a cool news. We got to link up at some point. But I'd always worked with somebody else. So I'd say in the last year, I tried to see what it would be like to just do my own thing. So I had a show at work that we're probably going to bring back. And then I did some stand-up comedy, and I didn't feel the same energy. Like I had more creative control when it's your own thing. You have total, total precision about what you want to do. But I'm just kind of experimenting with when it comes to content creation, if that's what's for me, or there's many, like, you can do group projects, so to speak. And it sounds a little school, but I'm basically trying to figure out like what type of environment produces the best work.
Nice.
It's cool. So many things. Yeah, it's just because for first is keeping curiosity alive is the first thing, instead of growing up, growing down, I think.
What can you explain? Instead of growing up, growing down.
Yeah, it's my. You're gonna be the first. I'm writing a book about that, and how AI can.
Scoop.
Are
you using AI in the book?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm a teacher also, and I use AI in classes. I told them, let's get the big elephant out of the room. Let's use AI because it's a tool.
Yeah, they're gonna use it even if you tell them not to.
So, and I use it, but it's another podcast for that. But and now what we found out is that people, the clients and partners that we told before, are kind of scared and lost. So
Yeah.
we are kind of gathering people inside of us and listening to them and building projects on the side, because everybody has a project on the shelf or on the drawer that used to, even a podcast. It is that kind of project, and we're doing that. So come on inside, come on into Institute for Tomorrow, tell us what's that project, and we'll manage and we'll put it out there. It could be a AI politician. It could be a school AI program. It could be just a small podcast or a rebranding. It could be everything. So
Nice, nice. So, final question. We're here at South by for a few days, and then we're all gonna go back home. And I mean, I know I'm going to sit in silence for like a little bit because talk to a lot of people. But once you get back home, decompress a little bit, what is hopefully like one of the main things that you're going to take back with you to start implementing immediately?
You're first this time. I've been able to go first.
Okay.
I'm resisting the temptation to build an agent. I'm just trying to see, but everybody, if you go inside that, everybody. Last night, I was in a talk. I met someone that just, oh, I'm really happy. I hired my first agent. Well, okay, let me see where that goes. But probably in the next few months, I will dig it out and see how that can work. But you gotta, probably it could be just, you gotta mature the idea and how you can do it, and how you can bring it along. But you gotta test it and see how it goes.
No, I'm grinning. The first time I heard the term agentic AI was at South by last year. I was like,
For me, agents is James Bond. It's a secret.
yeah, I was like, agentic? Okay, I'm going to look that up when I get home. Weird. Okay, nice. How about you?
I think I'm hoping to have an answer to that by the end of the session. I
That's
mentioned
beautiful. That's
that
beautiful.
I'm looking for inspiration. I want to figure out what my next kind of creative project is. I generally feel like everybody has more bandwidth for supporting that, and it's tough because it's like you have more tools to create, so more people are creating. Who's consuming all this? Like maybe my next creative project should just be like consume everybody's content. Stop putting myself out there and just kind of listen for a while. Maybe that's the case. I don't know.
That's profound. That's profound. We sometimes think of ourselves like as consumers, like, oh, I should be making something, but maybe sometimes we should just absorb.
Well, it's like, is there going to be a point where, you know, everybody's creating content because we all have this desire to express ourselves, and then you have all these agents that are consuming the content. So it's like, hey, tell me what all these people said, so I have the most informed opinion. And it's like, who are we actually creating this for? And ultimately, like I found for myself that like it's definitely maybe not a narcissistic pursuit, but like when I am doing this, it's like I'm doing this for me. I get joy out of talking. I get clarity. It's like a fun project. But like, are there people out there who are actually, you know, getting value from what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit, but like not really as much as I would like to think.
What is this? Are we moving in a dead internet theory? Is that what's happening? This is a
maybe.
whole other.
Yeah, we're living in a simulation. You should know about it, but
I mean, hey, agentic listeners can make advertising recommendations, so that's a value to advertisers.
yeah, it's crazy. So
Well,
imagine. To be sure of and tell everybody is sure about the future right now is lying. So there are different paths that can converge or can diverge.
and I think that's a beautiful point for us to land for both our real and agentic listeners right now.
Yeah.
And so for those folks as well, how can people find out more about you and your work? Where can they find you?
Yeah. Obviously, you can go on LinkedIn, Joao Baptista Future, or on Instagram. I'll reply always, or my agent. No, but or go for tmrw.com, short for tomorrow, and see what it's got.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn. Brian, it's spelled Reitz. I say Ritz like the cracker or the hotel. But yeah, I'm there. I'm usually pretty responsive. I'm off of Facebook and Instagram because I found that I didn't enjoy my mental state when I was on those.
That's real. That's
LinkedIn
real.
is kind of copying it, and it's not really useful. But you can't delete LinkedIn. Like, you need it for jobs, even though the job experience is terrible. But yeah, I'm on LinkedIn. Sorry, I'm just like a
I never got a job
fountain
on
of
LinkedIn,
negativity.
All good. Well, thank you both so much
Thank you.
again for responding to an internet stranger
This
and
was fun.
showing up in person. No, this is fun. I cannot wait to continue following y'all. We know each other now, so next year be like, hey, what's South by? This is great.
Yeah.
And thank you all for watching. Oh, did you have?
I was gonna say, what do you want to plug?
Oh, what do I want?
You don't get the chance to do that often,
Yeah.
probably.
That's so kind. That's so kind. I want to plug y'all listening to this podcast and meeting creative folks from all over the world who are doing really interesting things. That's all I want. So if they're doing that now, then I'm already getting my wish. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Bye.